We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. We are live. Welcome, 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 folks. Welcome. We are super excited to be here today with you. I'm DocV. This is Roxy Pena. We are live.
Yes, we're
Yes,
live.
yes, yes. And we are literally today, we're going to have so much fun. We're kind of retooling the Tuesday show a little bit. And you notice we took a couple of weeks off. We came to you with the first session called Tuesday Tips, Tuesday Financial Tips. I think it was, right, Roxy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. But we're all about at Defining Paths International, 4 pillars: mind, body, soul, business, right? We are a business, our business is us. So we want to we want to deal with the whole person, right? And not just talk about financial tips, which is one of Roxy's professional specialties that she educates and teaches people about. But anyway, welcome. Again, I'm DocV, Roxy Pena.
Yes.
Roxy, hello to the folks.
Hello, 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 guys. Thank you for joining us also. Again, like Doc V said, it is going to be financial tips, but also, motivation and understanding your mind, body, and soul whenever it comes to business and finances, because you have to have that right first before anything. So I'm excited to give y'all my tips today because the Lord put this in my soul to speak about it today.
I'm super excited. Yes.
Yes.
And with that, look, I need to get you a mic over there so you get the one of those little plastic ones where you can just
Yeah.
drop it, girl.
Yes, for real. For real.
Yeah, yeah. But so these conversations, and that's what they will be. It's going to be centered around we're calling it Tuesday Soul Healing Tips with Doc V and Roxy. So you'll get a little bit of everything for your mind, body, soul, and business, and just your personal as well. And so Roxy, look, girl, let's just run with it. What are we talking about today? I think we kind of talked about, we want to start off with talking about positive affirmations and the importance of that in our lives.
Yes, just staying positive and knowing what your end goal is. And so my first tip of the day, let me just get there, is if you're supposed to do it, do it. Because the Lord is going to support you if that's the right thing to do. Now, if it's not, you're going to have all these tricky ways to get there, and you would understand that's not for you. So he's not going to help you be great in that area if it's not for you. But if it is for you, you're going to do great.
Yeah.
And just do it. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I had to learn that for myself.
Yeah.
And you was there to witness me one day, and I got up in front of everybody and spoke. And now look at us doing live. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's the Lord's calling. So of course,
yeah. No,
just
that's
do it.
so good. That's so good, Roxy. And it's so funny because actually it was a post I was going to put up today, so I'll follow it up after the show. But anyway, what I hear you also alluding to, or the connection with that, is that soul piece, right? We don't listen to our souls on a daily basis. We don't check in, right? We just wake up, we try to get ourselves together. We go about our routine, whatever that is. And, and we're actually disconnected, when we don't spend that time, or we're not consciously in tune to connect with our soul, right? Check in with our soul, hear that soul speak. For you, for me, that's checking in with God, right? And just, and making sure, okay, we're good, in our mind, in our soul, right? And so, and then just moving forward in our day, and and really, when you take and spend that time, also you start to learn how to embrace and conquer and overcome fears, right? And while we're talking about this positive affirmation, let's just talk a little bit about fears, because you said, just do it. If your soul is telling you to do it, do it. But that the fears that keep us from stepping out, from moving with and in purpose, because of he say, she say, or what other people think, or we think we're not good enough, or whatever the case may be. What do you say, sis? Because I know I struggle with that, and it's a form of identity crisis because we're not soul connected or soul aligned.
And we feel like we got to impress everybody else before we do something, and trying to figure out what we're going to wear, trying to figure out the things that are just really unnecessary, and
Yeah,
we forget
yeah.
about the purpose of why we're doing it. And
Right.
that's what we need to really understand for ourselves. And like you said, listening to ourselves, listening.
Yeah.
I barely found out. Well, I didn't barely find out, but I'm barely just speaking with you, and you're opening my eyes to a lot of my soul purpose and understanding myself. So now I know I have a left and a right side.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I know my left side is not where I need to listen to. And I used to tend to go stray that way more than what I know I need to
Mhm.
be doing.
Yeah.
I'm learning that on my own. I'm 36 years old and I'm barely learning it. So, you know, the sooner you realize that and know that that is your intuition, that's the Lord talking to you, that your whatever you think that is, that's telling you to do something that need to do. Just listen to it. Listen to
Girl,
yourself. Listen
look,
to yourself.
look,
Because
girl. Keep
because
going, keep going. I'm sorry, my
no. Just listen to yourself. That's the
yeah.
main thing. That's
Yeah,
the main.
girl, my soul is just over here agreeing, and literally in my head, I kept hearing that line, obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than
Yes.
sacrifice. Okay, how many times over am I a living witness to that?
Yes, yes. And I could say that a lot too. Like I know there's certain things I know I shouldn't have done, and it was like don't, but I still did, like the simplest things, like riding my
Yeah.
lawnmower with no oil. I knew better and I still did it.
Riding
It's
your
so
lawnmower without oil, girl. So that's right. You told me about it. So that soul speak told you you needed to put some oil in that
I
lawnmower.
needed to put some oil, but my other side was like, no, just finish this little piece. And
Yeah.
I still ran it
Yeah.
knowing I shouldn't have. So that right there is a little,
Yeah.
example of, you have that left and right side. You have that
Yeah.
other person. It's like the devil trying to tell you
Yeah.
to do something and the Lord telling you, no, do it right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's whenever I really found out I really do need to listen to myself.
Yeah.
And now I talk to myself a lot more. People think I
Yeah.
might be crazy, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
my
yeah,
right
it's
side is really, really trying to tell me to do
yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, into that, that's we have conversations with God, right? You
Day,
know,
all
as
day.
long as you're not walking around in cycles of insanity
Yeah. Yeah, looking crazy like that. Yeah. Not too much.
exactly, exactly. Girl, but I'm sure that not listening to that first voice of what I like to call conscious intuition
Yeah.
was a very costly lesson,
Yeah.
relating to that
Yes.
whole finance.
Yes. It was. It was. So now I gotta get a whole another one. That's
Oh,
but that's a whole another story. But
yeah,
yes, just listening
yeah.
to our own self,
Girl,
our soul. We got to understand our mind, body, and soul,
yeah.
because we are our own worst enemy at the end of the day.
Oh, girl.
We will hold ourselves back from so much that the Lord is putting into us to do. But if we
Yes.
let our scared self,
Yeah.
our worried self, we let other individuals
Yeah.
try to dictate what we need to do, then we're not going to get nowhere. So that's my first
Mm,
tip. If you're supposed to do it, because the Lord has your back if it is
that's
right for
right.
you.
Ooh, so good, so good. Folks, if y'all are watching this and you agree, look, smash that like, that thumbs up button,
Yes.
and
Yes.
subscribe because we are building out this channel finally. We're focused on building it out. We're getting
Yes.
on the YouTube revolution. But anyway.
It's the beginning of something amazing, guys. So trust me, you're going to be wanting to tune in.
Yes, yes. Share with your friends. We'd love you guys to
Yes.
come over. It's already content up on here, some things that I've done, but we're going to be doing this. We're going to be bringing folks to you in a way of positive affirmation, right? Because
Mhm.
we can write out our own affirmations, right? Whatever struggles or pain points or whatever we have, right? That we might, just repeat to ourselves on a daily basis. Look yourself in the mirror, and repeat those to build you up. But it helps when you hear conversations like this, right? When you have
Yes.
real people coming to you that you can reach out and touch, talking about the very same things that you might be struggling with going through. And in regard to, a taboo subject, having to do with finances, right? That's going to be folded in. But
Yeah.
again, you can't get that right if you're struggling in your mind, right? when you're dealing with your body, because the mind affects the body, and the soul is compromised because, yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So we talked about positive affirmations, and we're not going to make these too long. Right
Yeah.
now, we're just going to test the water, see how many of you guys like this conversation, and then we'll go from there as to how we want to build it out, expand it, invite more people, all that good stuff. So not everyone wants to win. We talked about this, or wants you to win. We talked about this, sis. You and I have experienced this, right? So, folks, we call these folks haters, right? Perpetrators, whatever you want, whatever you want to call them, or whatever your experience has been. And it's a sad state of affairs, right? Because of just this competitive mindset or this comparison contrast or just this emptiness really is where it starts, this lack of self-love, of self-worth, within an individual. And then they turn that on, to the world because of their own struggles and pains and what have you. I mean, that saying hurt people is so true.
Yeah. And it's a reality. That's why another thing I wanted to say is whenever you do something, or if you're in the process of getting something done, keep it to yourself. I had a couple of situations where whenever it came to, writing up a strategy for somebody, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be really great. It's going to be this amount. I'm so excited. And then I tell a couple people, and then it don't fall through for some reason, something ends up happening with that client, so it don't fall through. So I'm like, but lately the ones that I have been, I don't speak about it. So so a lot of people don't want to see you win. So whatever you're doing on your goals, keep it to yourself. And then whenever you finally know you're doing like you want it, once it's done and over with and you accomplish it, then speak about it. Then let the world know, or they'll see it. They're going to end up seeing it. They're going to see me shine all day. And it is true. Like, and it's sad, the world that we live in, just having good work ethic intimidates people. But at the end of the day, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
If you ain't doing nothing wrong and people still look at you some kind of way or speak about you some kind of way, just pray for them and keep smiling and keep being friendly. Let them be in their little world, arguing with themselves in their own head, and just keep doing you. Because they can't please everybody, but I sure gonna please me and my kids, and that's all that matters. And my family.
Right. No, girl, that's real. That's real talk.
Can't please everybody, but I'm gonna still work like I work. And I love that the Lord has blessed me with a great work ethic. And so I know I'm going to accomplish a lot of things, and I want a lot of people to. So I love to hang around with winners. I love that I met you and Sam. Like, you always want to be around people that are going to motivate you, that are doing better than you. So you could teach me too, because we can never stop learning. You always got to continue learning and progressing within yourself.
Yeah, that's why I, really enjoy the, and I know this year, I don't think you were able to make most of the Think Big that happened here in Victoria, that Carissa Winters and her team put together. But it was just phenomenal to be a part of, the think tank and just hear those conversations, the speakers who came in and, and just networking and all that, because anybody who thinks they're the smartest person in the room has a problem, right? There's an insecurity, there's something going on there, right? And so it's always important to be in a room, a multi-level room, and learn from who you can, and you can glean
stay open-minded.
Stay open-minded, right? It's that whole 360-degree leader mindset, right? Where you can learn from and in every direction. No matter, you can learn from the homeless person on the street, God bless them, and because the wisdom, the struggle, and you see the strength, you can glean strength from that, and as well as, the wise, 80-year-old who's lived life and who's done this and done that,
listening to their story alone, that's been amazing. I love to hear them. And it's crazy because a lot of people tell me their life story, like just meeting me. Somebody could just vent and I don't even know them, and they'll just tell me their whole life story, But I feel like I feel like the Lord put me in their presence for a reason, because I always say something positive to
Yeah.
it. That's why
Yeah.
that's why just being around, whether it's me being around them or them being around me, I want to be that vessel to help,
Yeah.
so put me in, and then I want to be that vessel to learn more from
Yeah.
everybody that I can. Like I said, you can never stop learning.
Yeah.
So it's
So
great
good.
to
So
be
good,
around
sis. It
bosses,
is.
entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then, just in the whole vein of, financial wisdom, fiscal wisdom, which and I know things are heavy for folks these days, and everyone is kind of struggling and not quite trusting the economy and so, when you're putting yourself out there, when you're trying to learn and better yourself in those areas, particularly when you don't come from money, those fears, can take over. So, if you're not positively affirming yourself, if you're not in rooms with conversations of people of varying socioeconomic, not allowing yourself to be intimidated by who's in the room or
Yeah.
getting starstruck and all of this other
Yeah.
mess that people tend to do. Um, it's you're not going to be able to fortify yourself, right? Your soul is going to keep being snuffed out in the ways that can help you stand upright and move forward and create a legacy. And unfortunately, in the world we live in, finances is a huge part of that, of just that financial freedom and fortitude and all of that to, live a quality life, or to be able to choose to live the way you want to live. So
Yeah. Yeah. You're right on point with that.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. So, and I guess also a lot of these things, like when you go to people to talk to them about subjects that you might not have knowledge or awareness of or what have you, and it's people just need to be kind to each other
That was
because
my next tip, is be
yeah,
kind.
yeah, I thought that was gonna be your
Yeah.
next tip because we were kind of
Yeah.
talking about that
My
pre-show.
last
Yeah.
one. Yep. That's exactly. Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
going. I'm
So
sorry.
elaborate on that, sis. Elaborate on that.
Just be kind. Just be nice.
Just be
That's, I
nice.
mean, just be nice. Say hi, smile. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
okay. And even if it's not, like, if you have problems at home, leave them at home.
Mhm.
Like, you're letting something dwell on yourself, and it's gonna hurt your own soul because you're just mad, and then you want to
Yeah.
take it out on everybody else for what? And then that's just gonna hurt your soul, and then you're gonna be replaying all this crazy stuff in your head for what? Like, it's just, let it go, let God, and just
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
happy. Try. I know it's easier said than done. I mean,
Mhm.
it's easy for me. I wish it was for everybody else too. Because I'll be mad in the room, or but I'll come
Right.
out, hello, how are you? And
Right.
everybody that
Exactly.
knows me know that I am like that.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
just nice, please.
Yeah, girl, I remember when I first left Texas and I thought everybody just speaks to everybody, right? Just kind, how we were raised down these parts, right?
Mm.
So,
You would
you know,
think.
right. And I just started gravitating north and east and, other parts of the, it's really, when you start to travel a bit and you have these different exposures, you start to really realize that, the world isn't, it's not so
Yeah.
kind. I don't, what, and why we were all put here to be interdependent beings, right? But we're all trying, we're all competing against each other for everything. And even
That's
yeah,
crazy.
well, I was look, girl, I was gonna go to that to that wind down talk. Even women compete for me.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
and
down for
it's
the wind downs, but anyway.
and that's another thing, like with women, like we're supposed to be each other's sisters, like we're supposed to help build each other up instead of trying to break each other down.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll learn from the next person. If you have more information to give me, I'm open-minded to everything,
Yes.
and I'll be willing to give information. This is why we chose to do this today. I
Yeah.
want to be out there, and I want people to ask questions. I want, if y'all need to vent or anything, we're here for you. We want to build a relationship with our community, or whoever's watching, whoever wants to, just to help everyone understand, just to be nice. It's so simple. It costs
Just be nice.
$0. It costs $0 to be nice and
It's
smile.
girl, and it's so real, it's so true, because we all know, and actually this past Sunday at our church, the message was about when life be lifing. That is so true.
Yeah.
And we understand, and if you guys don't know what that slang means, Google it. But in a nutshell, when life happens,
Yes, when life
life
happens, it
happens,
happens.
and then you can't control it. You seemingly can't control it, and it just could be a snowball effect. And every time you turn around, it's like you might get a momentary reprieve, and then something happens. That's
Yeah.
life. Life be life. So anyway,
Yeah,
um,
life happens.
yeah, but if we did, if we were more kind to each other, if we did positively affirm others, and in addition to ourselves, and you know that whole thing about the conversation we had just a moment ago about everyone doesn't want you to win, all of these things play into that lifing thing, right? Where we're always having to be in battle, right?
Yeah.
and on
I
constant guard.
yes, and it's sad because I actually lost my dad to that, to people who didn't
Mhm.
like him. And he passed at a young age, at 37 years old, um, because of haters. And it's sad. And I get the lifestyle,
Yeah.
but my dad actually left a legacy, and I'm very proud of it, regardless of how he left a legacy. And I'm fixing to be 37, and I'm going to start off where he left off, and I'm going to leave my legacy as well. And this is why
Yeah.
I want to cry talking about it. And this is why I want to put it out there, just to be kind. It's cost $0 to be nice, and
Yes.
just keep learning. Yes, just keep.
Yes. Look, folks, if you guys are feeling this conversation, if you believe it costs $0 to be kind, smash that like button, subscribe, and keep coming here. We're gonna keep having these conversations, these life-giving conversations, these soul healing tips. We're going with the Tuesday soul healing tips because again, we do cater to, Roxy's business is Roxy Solutions. RoxySolutions.us, I believe it is. And then definingpaths.online is my husband and my business. Check us out. We'd love your support, referrals. But we're all about the four verticals: mind, body, soul, business, right? And serving folks, right? And trying to make a difference in the world.
Yes.
Just for
we are planting our seed. Just know that we're planting that seed, and we will make a difference.
That's right.
It might not hit everybody. It's going to hit some folks that I will. So if anybody even has anything that they want to hear us talk about, or if y'all need tips on, just throw it in, send us an email or put it in the chat. Let us know. We'll talk about that too. I have a couple things I'm talking about next week, but we'll wait for that.
Roxy's on a roll, folks.
I'm ready to tell it.
Awesome.
Just give advice. Serve everybody.
Yeah, girl, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, we're not going to belabor this one. I think we're about 30 minutes, maybe a little over. If you guys want to hear longer conversation, drop again, as Roxy said, put a comment in, tell us what you want to hear. How long can we hold you all's attention? Well, hopefully this has been engaging, because this is all about conversation, right? And we're going to be addressing things that affect not only business owners or people, aspiring business owners, entrepreneurs, but in general, this applies to life. And if you ask me, everybody needs to have a side hustle to be owning something, right? And that will help you with your taxes. Just a nugget.
That's a tax write-off.
Look, that's a little tip.
Another one.
Financial tip. And we can flush that one out. That's right.
We're friends with the IRS. Uncle Sam's not a friend.
Absolutely. Look, so if you need some professional consultation, you want to have a conversation with Roxy, check her out. She can offer. Roxy, tell them about the products and services you offer with that.
Yeah, it's so I am an independent agent, so I represent a bunch of different carriers, going from right now my main focus is retirement plans. If anybody has like an old 401, old IRA just sitting there, let me help you roll that over, because it's in the market, know that, and it's gonna fall if y'all don't get it out of there. But that's another one. But we also do final expense, whole life, IULs, all of the above, whatever is gonna help you for the long run, so we don't have to depend. And I think I posted about it today. And like, I'm going to chase you down and get life insurance, but you're not going to chase me down to donate for a GoFundMe because you didn't want to listen.
Mm,
period.
that's real. Actually, the pastor talked about that too on Sunday, but
I
yeah,
mean, and it's not just life insurance because you could use it while you're still alive. That's the main thing, you
yeah,
know, the long-term care. It's just a lot that falls into it. And it's beneficial and it's needed. This is a
yeah,
need-based industry. It's needed. It's
yes.
not a want. And y'all
Right.
realize that whenever something happens, and it's going to be too late.
For
Don't do
real.
that to yourself.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't do
do
it.
it
Yeah, don't do it.
because it's going to be more expensive then than it is for that monthly payment. Just know
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
it's not even a payment, it's a contribution to your life.
that's
Think of
right.
it like that.
Yeah, it's a contribution, investment to your life.
Investment
Contribution
for
is a
your
way
life.
that you can write off stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, so good, so good. And folks, if you're business owners, this applies to you too, right?
Yeah, business
So
owners for
defining
sure.
path, yeah. So defining paths, we have your back. We can, if you're starting up, you have an idea, you want to start up a business, check out our Just Simple product online at definingpaths.online. If you're already in existence, you need a turnaround, you need a transformation, check out our TrVision product. And then we have holistic solutions to support you wherever you are on our website, definingpaths.online. And then that piece, our trusted partner is Roxy Solutions. And
Get with them. Their holistic vibes, they made me understand myself and how I came to how I am and what I am. I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
look,
I love
yeah,
it.
awesome, girl. Well, I can just keep talking to you all day.
I know we can.
But no, this has
But
been
thank y'all. I love it. And I can't
yeah,
wait for the next time. Again, if y'all have anything that y'all want us to talk about, any questions, just let us know and we'll have that on our next topic or
yeah.
maybe one of the topics.
Yeah, absolutely. And and also in the comments, folks, and then we really are gonna let you go. Put in there if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, please. If you haven't like. But if you want to hear a conversation every week, let us know. Right now, we're kind of thinking every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know, okay? Because we're still shaping this bad boy, and yeah,
Yes.
so,
We're
and it's
planting
all
our
about.
seed.
Mhm. All right, okay.
All right. Bye,
Yes,
guys. Thank
thank you so
you.
much. Thank you, guys.